NBC Sports proudly presents Game 1 in our exclusive coverage of the Bowl Championship Series.
A little less than a month ago in this very stadium, a battered and bruised Washington State quarterback Jason Gesser showed the country how special he was, turning in a courageous performance against UCLA and earning Washington State a trip to the Rose Bowl. That game symbolized Gesser's college career. Painful injuries could not stop him from shredding the school record book. But today, the Washington State signal caller and his high-flying offense will be looking down the teeth of one of the country's hardest-hitting defenses. The Oklahoma Sooners are writing another chapter to their storied history by making their first Rose Bowl appearance. The Sooners arrive in Pasadena armed with a pair of defensive All-Americans in Tommy Harris and Teddy Lehman, cut from the same mold of Leroy Selman and Brian Bosworth. This attacking Sooner defense will be put to the test by a Cougar aerial assault, hoping for their first Rose Bowl victory in 87 years. Offensively, the Sooners turn to their elusive playmaker, Quentin Griffin, whose breakaway speed and tough inside running could give the Washington State defensive front fits all day. Today, in the granddaddy of all bowl games, it is the Pac-10 versus the Big 12 as Oklahoma and Washington State meet for all the roses. Underway. Out on the 20-yard line. They will open with the shotgun look with Quentin Griffin right to his left. And Griffin, without any delay, inside handoff. And he has stuffed our PlayStation 2 starting lineup. You saw the senior Griffin. He'll be a story all day long. They open with two tight ends, Smith and Donnelly. Savage and Fagan are the wide men for OU. The improvement with this team, those of you who follow the Sooners realize it's this offensive line. Vince Carter anchors it. Mike Skinner, the only senior for Coach Stoops. He lost twice in the Rose Bowl, once as a player and once as an assistant coach. Now on second down, Smith, the quarterback's roommate, with a little motion look on the H-back. Huddle in trouble. Throws incomplete. Now defensively for Washington State, Fred Chavies is the lone senior. Ryan Long, keep an eye on 80-80, won the Outland Trophy. Only one senior, Davis, amongst the linebackers. A penalty flag, now we note, is down on the field. Marcus Trufant, by the way, we should point out, is an All-American defensive back. Whereas the Sooners so far unable to move the ball. You would think now that Huddle will attempt to get it downfield. On the move, goes for the first down and gets it. Picks it up at the 31-yard line. 4 down linemen for the Cougars. There's that draw play that they run frequently from the shotgun. And here's Quentin Griffin breaking free for the first time today. Ball loose. A fumble, but was it out of bounds? They're marking it at the spot. If so, that would snap one of the longest strings in the college game.
Still two tight ends.
Donnelly an H-back look. Hibble has protection. And he overthrew Peoples. Fagan and Peoples both go to the short side of the field. And now Donnelly motions out to the right. And the inside handoff to Griffin. Huge gash in that defensive front. A third down for Hibble. Savage slotted to the left. They need to reach the 21 for the first down. Hibble throws it up in the air for the end zone, and Peoples can't get there. It'll be a fourth down. So this will be a 45-yard field goal. And the left-footed kicker sends it deep enough. And Oklahoma on the board first in the Rose Bowl. It's 3-0 Sooners. Pete Kettle with the ball on the tee will kick it off. Driving it deep. They'll take a knee. And that, of course, is heavily taped on the right ankle. He also has an injured knee. He suffered an injured rib earlier in his career. Fires the first pass. Darling in the air. Got it near midfield. DeVar Darling. 29 yards. He's a can-do player with 4 wide and 1 running back. You folks watching this in Alabama, here's the Crimson Tide attack to be as they run up with Jermaine Green, the junior from Daytona Beach, Florida. Now our PlayStation 2 starting lineups for the Cougars. Green draws the start. Jerome Riley, Mike Bush, two of the other very talented wide receivers on this team. The middle of their offensive line, seniors. Number 67, Calvin Armstrong, has been switched over to the right side. Second down. The backfield is emptied out for the Cougars. Dropped at the 45-yard line, and now the Oklahoma starting defense. Talented front. Tommy Harris feeling healthy for perhaps the first time since early in the season. Teddy Lehman, one of the fastest outside linebackers in the college game. Andre Wolfo, a tall, talented defensive back, the shutdown corner. Third down and long for Gesser. Steps up in the pocket. Dropped at the 30-yard line. And it'll be the Cougars forced to punt. Fields it at the 14. Penalty flag is thrown on the play. There is a penalty flag, and he is crushed.
That was the punter. He easily got him at the end. Hell.
During the return, holding on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. It will be 1st and 10.
But OU is penalized back to the 11-yard line. And here comes Griffin on that play, and the Cougars smell it out pretty good.
There he is, right there.
Peoples goes in motion through the OU formation, and there's the quick hitch over to Quentin Griffin, and he'll be thrown for a loss on that play, and that will. Now the Cougars again have OU in 3rd and long. They had them there on the opening series of the game, and they couldn't stop Huddle from scrambling for a first down. From the Sooner end zone, the throw wide open, man at the 40-yard line, got Peoples. So on 3rd down, Hibble runs for one. Kewan Jones, now the running back, number 20, his first carry of the game. And was stuffed after perhaps a yard. Wilson moving from the Northwestern staff to Oklahoma. And here they go on a quick count and use Jones, and he gets nowhere, and it'll be 3rd and long again. But you would think he'd be looking for his roommate, wouldn't you? As Quentin Griffin checks back in. There's the deep drop, set that screen to Griffin. He's an outstanding receiver, but he won't get this one. Trey DiCarlo left Annapolis early this late summer, I should say, and early fall. Left-footed kicker now for Oklahoma, trying to hit his second. And there's the fake. And a penalty flag thrown on the play.
Holding on the defense. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic 1st down.
Inside handoff, Quentin Griffin only picking up 1 or 2 yards. And that base 4-3 in defense. Hibble going to keep it himself, and he is across the 15. They spread the field. Smith is just off to Hibble's right. Empty the backfield out. Hibble had time and throws incomplete. Trey DiCarlo. And you would think that after the fake on the last one, they'd go ahead with the 31-yard attempt this time, and they do. No good. 1 of 2. Darling caught one. He split far out to the right. Riley motions back. And the play is whistled dead. With us
Dead ball. False start. Movement by the offensive line.
Shotgun. 4 down linemen for OU. Looking at Darling's side. Now in trouble. Steps out to the left and throws it out of bounds. John Tippins checks in as running back. And they slip it out to Riley to the 35-yard line. Toss play to Tippins behind the pulling lineup, and Mitchell battles off the block to make the stop.
See if he checks to it.
Lundy is over there.
He did.
Gesser, and it is deflected away.
All sides on the defense, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty. will result in a first down.
With his first down for the Washington State Cougars, co-champions of the Pac-10, from the 45-yard line. Gesser rolling, deflected, incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Gesser. Not going to get this one off. Jackson is causing him a nightmare on that corner. 3rd and forever. They'll play a little bit of a field position game here with Smith carrying the ball. I might tell you, with Perkins. Whoa. Look at Boswell hang that punt. Back to the 5-yard line. Here comes Perkins. On a cut. Penalty flag. There is a penalty flag. Bosler coming over again. That was only
during the return.
8 yards.
Illegal block in the back by the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal.
It does when he's on the field for these guys. And here's the handoff now to Quentin Griffin. To the 15-yard line.
By a Washington State Cougar.
Slammed at the 10-yard line for a loss by Pat Bennett. Number 47. They like to set him for the screen. They put 2 running backs next to Huddle. Work stays to block this time. At the 29-yard line, the catch is made.
Huddle continues if you give him time to throw accurately.
On a first down. On a rather warm day, some backup defensive linemen being used to throw underneath the Savage. Savage dances to the 34-yard line.
A 4-quarter game. You have to think long term.
On 2nd down, there's the wrap by Griffin. Nowhere. So Quentin Griffin in the opening quarter rushes 9 times for 44 yards. ABC Sports presentation of the Rose Bowl game presented by PlayStation 2 continues after this message and a word from our ABC stations. And you can see how Oklahoma dominated it. But they did not score any touchdowns, and the Cougars have to take heart in that as Huddle lofts it, and it's incomplete. He's standing on the Cougars' 23-yard line. Short, and Trufant lets it take a big hop. Got to get out of the way. Doesn't want to touch that ball inadvertently there. He probably needs to get the ball into number 1's hands if he can. It's away from him this time. Comes to the left side, incomplete. Wanted Bush. 2nd down, that familiar 1-back attack of the Cougars. And I asked Price. He frequently goes empty in the backfield like he is now. And Gesser, though, is like having a coach on the field. Frequently changes the play. Saw that the quick hitch might work with Riley, but it did not because number 49, Jonathan Jackson, OU's smothering defense, stops him. And the big fella with the strong leg drives it back inside the 10-yard line, and Perkins to the 25-yard line. I think there have been about 5 out here in Southern California. There have been some real great games, too. There's a handoff now to Quentin Griffin.
They have been tackling very securely.
Now it's 2nd down and a long closing in. Huddle gets it into the hands of his roommate Smith, and I'd say Jack, and 3rd and short. Jones. It's going to be real close, folks. Moved long right over on Carter's nose. They think they can operate from there. Jones to the top. Dives for it.
Half a football. Oh, less than that.
Carter breaks the OU huddle. Runnels is the fullback. Quentin Griffin is the tailback. The toss to Griffin. Here's Runnels leading the way. And Griffin makes the most out of it. Got a nice lead block. Yes, indeed. Done a wonderful job with them dogs, and I'm sure their fans have filled up Bourbon Street. Quentin Griffin trying to battle for it. It is tough going.
On right every time. Let's see if they go left one time. Right again.
This is Jones. Not going to get there.
They're going to have to punt the ball this time.
Good to see a game up in the 50s, and so far we've got only 1 field goal. Bad punt by Ferguson. Very bad punt. This ball is going to be spotted all the way at the 40.
Oklahoma's keeping a safety very deep every play.
The toss play, they'll see if they can run the ball a little bit. Gesser tried to get it to Darling, straight, incomplete, and the dominant unit of the game so far, Oklahoma's defense. Third down, fires back, complete, and it is Riley at the 30, 25, and makes a nice run after the catch to the 21-yard line. So they come to the line of scrimmage, and the officials now have moved the down markers. They get them in position, and they say, ready, go, fires, grab, picked off at the 2-yard line. Woolfolk goes diving for it and makes the interception inside the 5. Jones, the tailback for the Sooners. The safe handoff, but nothing doing. Huddle on the roll. He's got Savage. And he is out of bounds at the 9. Now the interception. And now OU comes up with the third down. Wants his roommate, and he's got him at the 16-yard line. Gary, nice call. Ball's on the Sooners' 16-yard line. Griffin inside handoff, and absolutely nothing doing there. Now Tupai. The other one doing a good job down in that defensive line. Hibble to the sideline, incomplete. Third down for Hibble and the Sooners. Going down at the 1-yard line, and that was Tangaka from behind. Trufant. Teddy Lehman at the 35-yard line. So let's see what the Cougars elect to do with field position at the Sooners' 37. They have a running back lined up deep behind Gesser, and they're going to come with the running play. This was there the last time, and it is Green across the 30-yard line to the. As he changes up the play, he's gone to Riley repeatedly. He'll drop back in the gun. Look left, Darling, incomplete, straight, and now they have the shotgun. Third down and short, but their MO is to throw on third and short. Middle, got it. Riley breaks free and then straight. Puts a saddle on him and runs him down at the very cost.
Illegal formation, 6 men on the line of scrimmage on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat third down.
Darling got it. Incomplete. Stepped out. They wave him out at the 6-yard line.
Wait, let's see if he catches the ball. One catches the ball. He only needs one. It's on the line. Great call. On the line.
You can see the official.
Yep.
This is 50+ yards. You're right around 51 is the official count. Here's Dunning.
Ball got tipped. Is that Woolfolk again?
Well, Woolfolk has been in on field.
And that's his 4th. If it's at him, 40-inch vertical jumping when you're 6'3", you can get some of those. Other guy that doesn't need to go to the combine.
This is 17. That's it. He just went to the combine. Forget about it. And I'll tell all the scouts, he's a terrific young man. They rave about him. Going to be married, going to be settled in. Here's Savage now breaking free to the 35-yard line.
Just in the secondary, and Oklahoma's
Incidental
there.
face mask on the defense. 5-yard penalty.
Now this stout front of the Cougars under pressure. Take by Huddle. On the move, throws, complete inside the 15 to James Moses. But outside the 10-yard line for the Sooners. Short fade, thrown, Jones runs for it. Can't hang on. Hibble and the Cougars were blitzing into them.
Perfect.
For Hibble, he has Quentin Griffin in the backfield. They go 3 wide.
Ball go!
It's a touchdown! Antoine Savage.
They've had a great career for Oklahoma.
And DeCarlo tacks on the extra point. So the failure to defend field position in a low-scoring game, costly to the Cougars.
You saw the last replay, made a whole lot of sense, even for a little thumb call like by me.
High and short, out of bounds. And they have 150 to do something about it. Before the snap. Play.
Dead ball.
Came
False
back.
start on the offense. Movement by the offensive line. 5-yard penalty.
1st and 15. Guess they're looking for ways.
Seaver stopped. Bush stopped. Turned around and looked.
It's so tough to do and not lose speed. And Smith, the running back, anything less than 100 against his defense is tough. Look at him go down inside the 10-yard line. They'll have plenty of time. Fielded at midfield. One to beat. Bosler. Put it on the board, folks. OU has just scored again. Hit me once out of bounds, but try to catch me in open field. And it is a 51-yard return for a touchdown. And now the Sooners are opening up. DeCarlo.
Toughest guy for Perkins to beat on that touchdown was the umpire. He had the best chance to tackle him. He had to fake him twice to get by him.
They were denied one last shot at that end zone. But here they're going to need more than just one last shot. I mean, the Sooners have dominated this game. Huge hit at the 22-yard line. What was a 3-point Oklahoma margin has now become 17, and Lehman sacks Gesser.
Nobody even tried to block him that time.
Green. The 32-yard line, and we've come to the end of the first half. It's all Sooners right now. It's 17-0. The Rose Bowl, presented by PlayStation 2, will return after this message and a word from our ABC stations. 222 yards for Oklahoma in the first half, 105 for Washington State. Fielded right at the goal line. Jonathan Smith goes nowhere. Green is the running back. They open up with very bad field position against a lethal killer D. Green. And they will see what they can do. Jason Gesser obviously well aware. He still has Everidge there. They'll slide it to Riley on the outside for a first down. And it crosses the 30-yard line to the 31. Bush out to the outside. The one-time basketball player. It's a 5-pack. Mitchell trying to blitz and get there if he can. They throw in underneath to Bush. And now Matt McCoy comes off the sideline, and he will try it. Back there along with Poole. So McCoy coming up on run support. And the Cougars with Green pick up another first down. Everidge comes up in run support. And,
Dead ball foul. Offsides on the defense. 5-yard penalty. First down.
For the Cougars, this is the opening series of the second half. Being shut out, bringing the end around, and it is very well defended by Oklahoma. Number 49. Good to hear for the Sooner backers and the young man. High, deflected, intercepted off of Darling's hands. And Everidge brings it to the 41-yard line. The second interception against Jason Gesser. They're being shut out by the Sooners of the Big 12. Around, and they're going to throw the flea flicker off of it. Hibble still trying to look for somebody, and nobody opened up. Quentin Griffin was the intended receiver. Mark Clayton split way out to the right, along with Curtis Fagan. Second down, they throw back underneath to Will Peoples to the 40-yard. It's a base 4-3 defense for the Cougars here on the third. Trying to rush 4 and get there. They can't. And right to the middle for a first down, just inside the 30-yard line. Just about Quentin Griffin time. He's off to the left. He gets the handoff. Breaks free. and muscles his way to the 11-yard line. First down now inside the 15-yard line using the fullback J.D. Reynolds. And then they're stuck in another one. Nothing doing for Griffin. Swallowed up at the 15-yard line.
Of eligibility, and he worked his way up to be a starter on this football team.
There's 3rd and 11 for Huddle. As the middle. Will they throw the flag? They do not. Incomplete. The 30-yarder. They've kicked one. Faked one. And this one he adds for his 2nd field goal of the game. Stoops and the Sooners lead it by 20, dominating the Cougars. They're taking the end, bring it out on the way. Watch this offense here. First down and 10. They'll try the toss play. Number 25, now the running back, that's John Tippins.
Well, the Big Ten changed their recruiting, their redshirting rule, too.
Riley.
That's an error by
First
Washington
down.
State. They moved. They're going to come back. And myself right now, it's not me, it's something else.
2nd down and 9. Just an outstanding all-around coaching staff. Incomplete. Doesn't get any better than that. When you talk about complete coaching staffs around the country, you can do worse than starting with this Oklahoma group. They're a pleasure to be around. Out of bounds.
Funny how that happens. Return run, you get a bad punt.
But in the process, Huddle has been able to take dead aim. He's 12 of 20 in this game as the Sooners go back to the running game. And look at Quentin Griffin battling away. He's coming back. So this running game that is so vastly improved, and he stopped after picking up a couple more. We asked Bob Stoops.
10 consecutive games, Oklahoma has run the ball, attempted to run the ball at least 30 times. Commitment has paid off.
High, and they wanted a penalty. The Oklahoma sideline got it. They got the late call.
And finally, the call
Pass
comes.
interference on the defense. Penalty will be enforced at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
The crowd is booing because the call was late. But as we looked at it live, I thought David was up on him.
I mean, there was contact.
So it's first down for Huddle and the Sooners. Strike underneath the Peoples. Fumble! The Cougars!
What they needed.
Four wide receivers. Gesser changes up, moves under center. Flips it to Riley. Behind a block to midfield.
And those audibles again.
At midfield. We come back to the right side with Riley. But ball put down, and Oklahoma goes after it. But it'll be 2nd down. The linesman. 2nd and long for Gesser under center. Draw play. Green, nothing doing.
That'll be a penalty. 12 men in the huddle. Another unforced error for Washington State.
Action on the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Tuscaloosa after he cleans out his office. Gesser's in trouble. That was the safety. Brandon Everidge. He's been the busiest of the Cougars here. Big hop, but absolutely. So many of us grew up with it. I certainly remember the great Ron Vanderkellen and
Yes.
the losing effort for Wisconsin against USC and Pete Becker back then. 2nd down. Fake by Huddle's a slick one. Hit Smith, but the Cougars were ready for that. That was Marcus Trufant. Ronaldo works. Now on the field for the Sooners on this 3rd and 5. Home down. And the Sooners are forced to punt.
Play something. Block punt, punt return, something.
They were closing in. Trufant down at the 42-yard line. No joking, they should take him home on the plane, but they said that straight is just as good. They said both these corners are just outstanding. And Lehman on the blitz takes Gesser down at the 30-yard line.
Bad snap was a sack.
10 of these OU starters on defense come back next year. Back after this message and a word from our ABC station. I mean, they have proved it to us all year long. Gesser fires. Got in underneath now. Remember,
I know there's sacks involved, but they've not been able to establish any balance against this defense.
Route 12 here. They throw it down underneath to Riley. He's going to have to get upfield. Camp down at midfield short of that first down. And searching for answers. Here is the fourth down play from the gun. Quick snap. Bobbled. Are they going to give it to him? The linesman's going to mark it. Call it complete.
Man.
And many times you will see officials wave that off.
Coming across, you see the blitz right here. Ball is perfectly thrown. Caught. 1, 2. I think he had it. Beanbag goes down. Let's see if we can see the beanbag in a picture. I don't.
45-yard line. Just kidding.
And you need to get the ball to Devin Darling. There's another unforced error.
Oh, mercy. They just shoot themselves in the foot, and Darling was wide open. Any penalties as the Sooners here today.
4 down territory.
These are the kind of plays that Roy Williams used to tee off on when he was a great safety. They'll set the screen, and it's incomplete. Speaking of Roy, is down below with Jackaroo. Second down. Bill Parcells loves great defensive players, and Williams has got a chance. Darling, incomplete. Back we go to Jack, and third down. Sims got a bowl victory today. Texas against LSU. They throw underneath the Darling, who slips out, and I think we've come out in that gun again.
4th and less than a yard. No running backs.
Deflected, incomplete. Oklahoma football. First down and 10, and it's easier to root for a winner in a team like this. What a magnificent defensive performance we are seeing. Huddle on a nice fake. Rolls and complete to the 30.
Double-edged team, boy, on offense and defense.
Second down and 5. Here comes Quentin. He's determined.
Why not take him?
Would he want to go there?
Why not? We pay.
Middle, Hibble. Dive, but incomplete. Curtis Fagan laying out. I say that Quentin Griffin may be tougher to replace than the quarterback next year on this team, now that I think about it.
It's possible. It is. You know, we got one more little...
The Oklahoma team to talk about that you tend to overlook him. He did put 248 up on Texas.
There it is again. Third down is Trent down.
Number 88 picks it up, Gary, right there. You called that when we covered the Canes last year. You love that rascal. Here comes Quentin again, trying to pick up some more as he shakes that first tackle.
Well, they're quick, through in this game.
Second down. Hibble rolling to the left off the fake. Firing complete to number 4, Wilson.
What a year. That's a great year.
Now on the first down. Here comes Griffin. Driving for 100 now, and he will pass it with that run.
Run the ball from the spread.
Going to give one back, I believe, on that. As the Cougar coach, here it is, second down. Middle was covered. Hibble on the run. Throws for it incomplete. And Trufant was there inside of this 8-minute mark. He'll be working against this. Now for the Sooners on third down. On the run, fires, touchdown in the corner of the end zone. Number 12, Curtis Fagan, the senior from Houston. And that just about does it.
What a throw by Gesser.
Now DeCarlo on the extra point after the penalty's good.
Nice to have that defense to play with, though.
Oh.
That makes it easier.
13 consecutive quarters of shutout football for the Sooners. And here's Hibble, his second touchdown pass of the game. Could well be the player of this Rose Bowl. With the score 27-0 now, and 8 minutes to go. High, short kickoff. Fielded. 18-yard line by Smith.
They got athletes everywhere, don't we?
Gary, let's take a look at they've been playing Friday night.
Wow.
because they had that lead. Riley
You know, Buckeye
across
fans
the
don't want to. He's been sacked 5 times and hit 8 times after he's released the ball in the pocket.
Oklahoma has focused on the business at hand throughout, and they have dominated. They have dominated every phase, offense, defense, and their special teams. And here's DeVar Darling. He hasn't caught a ball since, I believe, the first quarter. Recommended. In fact, the trainer asked him, would your father be interested in DeVar Darling? He wants to get away from there and just get away from home quite a ways. That's high to Darling. And Barry's here. I saw him down on the field before the game. Didn't get a chance to talk to him, but he's watching the Sooners. And Jason Gesser will scramble this one out of bounds for a first. And 24 consecutive games is a long time. I believe it was Oregon, the last team, and I think so we will see how that unfolds with the Ducks. Second down. Hit on the release. Riley again free, trying to keep the streak alive. Touchdown, he does. 25 consecutive games. Touchdown pass number 70. Jerome Riley, 37 years, and he has been the bright spot.
One streak stays alive and one ends.
Dunning tacks on the extra point.
I hope somebody gives him a shot in the National Football League.
With the look, and watch the effort here by number 84. Riley, who has shown us, tripped up, keeps his balance straight, trying to close in, can't. And it's a touchdown, but it's 27-7, and it's very late. Timeout. Oklahoma has been built for it. They're going to take a little peek. Let's see if they can stop Perkins and friends, and instead Perkins returns it all the way to the 35.
Surprised they did not try onside kick.
Inside handoff to Quentin Griffin out to the 40-yard line. Nice to have you along with us. Brad Nessler, Bob Greasy will be coming up next from New Orleans.
Oh, man.
Sugar Bowl, and there's Quentin on that little quick cutback when he goes down. Yeah, it was a luxury.
There we go.
Oh, he gave a couple back. Oh, with 4 minutes to go. Here's the pitch out of the shotgun, and they go right back, and not much doing for Quentin that time. He played today. Third down and 9. Huddle will flare. Griffin, excellent receiver. Thrown down by Larry Cam, who's done an outstanding job all season long. And did they get a piece of that one?
Yep. Yes, they did.
Yeah.
I think they called it. I don't know if they got a piece, but it was.
Lead them down. Trailing by 20 points. There's DeVar Darling trying to pull away from Scrape, and he's good director Brian Fay, who outdid himself this week by looking back into the archives. And down goes Gesser again. And I mean, that was a crack by Jonathan Jackson.
You can see it. Gesser has his. That was a clean hit too. Jackson did a great job of keeping his head up.
And now Hibble and Oklahoma with Quentin Griffin. Made the most of that run back to the line. Second down for the Sooners. Ball inside the 25-yard line. There's that option look with the pitch out of the shotgun to Quentin. Out with hopes that they come back next year. Technical manager Mark Towie and Christy Brady. The production manager, and celebrating is Quentin Griffin, taking it into the end zone. 19 yards, and that probably, well, we'll have to wait and see, but that well could be the last carry for Quentin Griffin. That puts him at 145 yards shy, even when you add Billy's bowl record up. And trade to Carlo, adding the extra point, and Corey going up there and participating, and I'm sure that Bill Doba will just continue with it.
14 years of a labor of love, and he's turned it into a program that can win.
Here comes Moore, racing for the end zone. Sammy Moore, 89-yard touchdown at the Rose Bowl.
That's the play they needed about a quarter and a half ago. One of those plays to make it a ball game. Billy, I'm doing the best I can.
I mean, that's the extra point. Somebody called the Oklahoma bench. Needs 11 yards throughout his career at Oklahoma. Down right there on the 44-yard line. What kind of a style does Thompson have?
Very calm, very fluid. I don't know if we'll get to see him throw, but very calm, great athlete.
And he's handing off to Ronaldo Works, another feather in their cap. Here's Ronaldo. You know, there was a post-game ceremony. Jackaroo. Be all over that at the end of the game. We'll find out who the MVP player is. I would guess Nate Hibbler, but that's just a guess.
Could go either way, couldn't it?
Yeah, Quentin Griffin had a big day. Quentin, you know, Quentin rushes for 144 yards, and the way that they're down there with him, it's going to be very close between Hibbler and Griffin.
Yep.
So Bob Stoops takes a Rose Bowl trophy home to Norman, Oklahoma, and he does it with style. The fireworks now going off on the far side of the field. So congratulations to the Sooners. And ABC Sports is online at ESPN.com. Keyword ABC Sports. Stay tuned now for the Built Ford Tough mid-game report right after this message.